Good morning and welcome to the Tennessee College of Applied Technology in Livingston. It's a beautiful day outside, isn't it? And it's a wonderful day here at the TCAT in Overton County. And for our guests who are here today, we are honored that you have joined us as we celebrate today our ECD Workforce Grant. I want to start by saying 50 years ago, the great state of Tennessee had a governor, Frank Clements, who believed in education. He and the other legislators believed that every citizen in the great state should have an opportunity to have technical training and to be within driving distance of a technical college. And thus the state area vocational technical school system was created so that students like all of you out in the audience would have an opportunity to get the skills that you needed for our workforce in the state. Today, we have a governor who believes in education. He had a vision that 55% of all Tennesseans would have a post-secondary credential by 2025. He has a plan, the Drive to 55. He and our legislators like Representative John Mark Wendell, Senator Bailey, and others across the state not only have that plan, but they have funded those programs and put them into place. And we, as partners in the Upper Cumberland, have implemented the Tennessee Promise. We have many Tennessee Promise students in the audience today. We have implemented Tennessee Reconnect, and again, many of our students are Tennessee Reconnect students. We have an Upper Cumberland Tennessee Reconnect community, and that community, those advisors, have reached out to hundreds upon hundreds of individuals across our 14 Upper Cumberland County and have reconnected them back to post-secondary institutions across the Upper Cumberland so that they can earn their credentials. At the TCAT in Livingston, along with our K-12 partners in White County and Putnam County and our Upper Cumberland Pathways to Prosperity, we were able to get a LEAP grant. And with that grant, we were able to put students in pathways that matched up to jobs throughout the Upper Cumberland. And we have students from 7th grade all the way through 4-year degrees at Tennessee Tech that is part of that LEAP grant. And today, we're going to embark on another journey as partners across the Upper Cumberland. And that is for a transportation, distribution, and logistics building to be built here on the campus of TCAT. Governor Haslam, your vision is not only growing our economy and our workforce, but as president of the Tennessee College of Applied Technology and our other partners, we want you to know that your vision is making a difference in the lives of all of these students and others in the Upper Cumberland. It's giving them that quality of life that you desire. On behalf of the TCAT family and staff here, as well as Overton County and the Upper Cumberland, we are committed to your Drive to 55, and we will achieve, but not only will we achieve, but we're going to exceed, because our goal is for everyone to have some type of post-secondary credential in the Upper Cumberland. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming the governor of the great state of Tennessee, Governor Bill Haslam.
Can you go around with me everywhere? It would be great. I appreciate it. I was a couple of years ago, I had a friend who traveled with me today. And, you know, when you're governor, people tend to do nice things. They stand up when you come in and they clap and et cetera. And a friend said, well, I don't get how you don't keep from like starting to think that you're all that, you know, because you go around, everybody acts like you're something special. And so there's moments that remind you. About a year ago, I was on a flight from Nashville out to the West Coast. I had to go to a governor's meeting out there. And I got on a Southwest flight. You know how they board you by rows. And I got on, and as I walked in, I was kind of looking. I sat down, and this woman's eyes get really big, and she goes, "I can't believe the governor of Tennessee is on my airplane, and I can't believe that you're sitting right next to me." And she goes, "And then I can't believe you're going to be sitting right next to me for 3 hours." And I was like, "Uh-oh." It's going to be a long flight, and so. We kind of chit-chat for a minute, and then people are still coming on board. And then those of you who are country music fans would know the group Little Big Town. All 4 of the lead singers get on the plane and start walking down the aisle. Of course, everybody's pulling out their phones and taking their pictures and going crazy. And, you know, the whole plane's kind of buzzing. And the woman sitting next to me, who was so excited to be sitting next to the governor, elbows me and goes, "You're not such a big deal anymore." But I have learned something, that when I show up with a check, I do turn back into a big deal. And this is one of those days. This is a really good day for this area. We're here today to announce, and I'm here with Senator Paul Bailey and Representative John Mark Wendell to announce a community development block grant of $1,284,921 for the Tennessee College of Applied Technology at Livingston. That is a good deal. As the President said, it's for construction of a new transportation building, something that Chairman Bailey's the chairman of the Senate Transportation Committee can tell you a little bit about. Training in two very technical programs, diesel technology and transportation distribution and logistics. I can promise you there's a huge job demand in both of those fields. The building will provide a facility for students to gain the technical instruction to enter the workforce with hands-on experience in the fields and address the increasing needs for those skill sets. Several years ago, we launched the Drive to 55, the drive to have 55% of Tennesseans have some sort of post-secondary credential by the year 2025. And when I did that, a whole bunch of people pushed back and they said, "You know, college isn't for everybody. Why are you doing that?" I said, "Well, hold on a second. Some of those folks will go to four-year schools." We're pleased to have the president of Tennessee Tech University, Phil Oldham, with us. Phil, thank you for driving over from Cookville. We appreciate you being here today. Some will go to some of our two-year schools. But a lot of those folks are going to go to jobs, or go to training, get training right now for jobs that are in demand, from welding to transportation to nursing and so many other programs. What we wanted to make certain in Tennessee was that nobody said, "I would do that, but I can't afford to pay for it." So we launched Tennessee Promise, 2 years free for everybody that graduated from high school, community college or technical school. We've had a great result, and I'm guessing a lot of folks in this room have taken advantage of that. But a lot of people didn't just finish high school. They graduated several years ago, but they would like to have additional training, again, whether it be in diesel mechanics or welding or nursing or whatever it is, or computer software. And so we, with the legislature help this year's student program, we're now for any adult in Tennessee, no matter what your education background, no matter your age, no matter your income level, you can go to free to one of our TCATs or one of our community colleges, because we want to make certain we have a prepared workforce. So you might say, "Gosh, General Assembly, Governor Haslam, that is so great if y'all do it." We have a selfish motive, and that's this. We have a group of employers, companies, that are saying, "We'll come to Tennessee if you'll promise us that you have the workforce ready." Every conversation I have today about jobs is no longer about incentive plans or what real estate we can provide to them. It's about, do you have the right workforce? So our motivation is to make certain that you can be those folks when people say, "Do you have the people that can fill these jobs if we bring them?" And our answer will be yes. You'll find more of those folks in Tennessee than anywhere else. So congratulations to TCAT Livingston, and thank you. We're excited about the progress here, and we're pleased to be your partner. Thanks so much, President.
Today, the TCAT in Livingston is very honored to have our leader with us today and to be on our campus, the Chancellor of the Tennessee Board of Regents. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Flora Tidings.
Thank you, President West. I'd like to say thank you to Governor Haslam, to the legislators that are here today, and to the Department of Economic Development. This was truly a partnership. It was a grant that was applied for by the college with the help and the direction of the Economic Development Division. They've worked very hard to make sure that the transportation, logistics, and distribution program is going to come to reality. And I'd also like to take a moment to brag on President West. She is by far one of the hardest working presidents that we have in our system, and I've learned quickly. With her, you know you don't tell her no very often, because she's got her facts and her figures, and she comes to the table ready. What she does because she cares about her counties, her communities, and the people who live within it. It's a passion she lives every single day to make sure that this college can be the very best that it can be. It's a passion that we all get to live. It's what we are allowed to do as a job, that we get to work with individuals who are coming to college to change their life, to change the life of their families, in the lives of their community. So to the students in the crowd, I applaud you for taking that step, for being here today, and for recognizing how important this is to the state of Tennessee. Thank you for being here.
Governor Haslam, I think I'll just keep her with me all the time. Our next guest speaker is a dear friend of mine, but also a friend to the TCATs across the state of Tennessee. She is always there to support us, and it is my honor to welcome to the podium Ms. Ann Thompson, the Tennessee Economic and Community Development Workforce Director.
To be here to celebrate with you all today. It's always a treat to get to see all the students in the rooms and really see the faces that are being changed through these programs. I would like to personally thank Dr. West as well. She is always innovative with her thought processes, always looking towards new programs, and always unwilling to take no for an answer. So I think that is what really pushes this campus to the next level. I would also like to thank Governor Haslam again for his initiatives with Drive to 55. He made two things very clear. And one is that education is the path, and two, that it is everyone's responsibility. And so with this grant, we are working collaboratively as a state. We are not just focused specifically on the TCAT or community college or TBR or ECD, but it's all of us working together. I would also like to recognize my teammates that are here in the audience, Ken Archer, Corinne Weissmueller, Amy New, and Sammy Arnold, who are all here also very supportive of this program. This is a community development block grant, and so the way that we are utilizing this grant is different from the way we've utilized it in the past. And instead of just going towards infrastructure, we're actually going towards the infrastructure that will train the workforce for the future. So I'm very grateful to be here. Thank you all for the opportunity, and I look forward to watching your success.
As we've talked about the different programs, one of the things that I think all of us in the audience, especially our guests, pride ourselves in is that it takes all of us, and it's a partnership. It's not one of us, but all of us working together. And all of you have been a part of this. But today we are very honored as the TCAT in Livingston to partner with Overton County to make this facility a reality. And it's my honor to introduce to you our County Mayor, Ben Danner.
Thank you all. Governor, I'm going to say today, you are it. You are all that, and Myra is too. And, I like to, Overton County, we're in a unique position now than we've been in the past. We've got a lot of jobs now, but the workforce maybe not trained for the jobs we've got coming for the future. And I think workforce development is the key to the future of these students and generations to come. So I'd like to thank you all for this grant. What an exciting day for Overton County. I mean, $1.2 million grant, you made something possible that tax dollars in the county could not have done. And we appreciate that. And the Drive to 55 and the Tennessee Promise. I mean, small communities like this, a lot of students have had to go to work and not been able to go to TCAT or Vol State. But you made that a reality, and we appreciate that. Thank you. And talking about Myra, Myra calls and she tells me we've got the LEAP grant, and then we've got the diesel college coming, the now $1.2 million grant. I don't know how she can top this, but it seems like every time she calls, we've got bigger and better things. And Ralph Robbins, thank you for what you've done here the many years you were here. You were the pilot and the plane took off, but Myra's taking us into outer space, I guess. So she's, Myra, it's really exciting. I'm glad to have you here, and hope you all don't want to take her to Nashville because we're keeping her here. So, but thank you all. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Great job.
Okay, this time I would like to close our program with just a few remarks, and I'm going to take a personal privilege here because I have a few people in the audience that I need to share in today's celebration, because back several years ago, I did, along with Ralph and several others, we talked about diesel, but Mr. Jerry Boyd, the Director of Schools of Putnam County, shared in our vision for transportation and distribution. And we started a dual enrollment program at Upperman. Didn't go as well, but Jerry kept saying, we can do this, and we kept working at it. And I'm proud today to say to Chancellor Toddings and Governor Haslam, we've already started on this before you brought that check today. Jerry Boyd and the staff at Upperman High School, Mr. Billy Stepp and Greg Wilson, have 30 students already enrolled in a transportation and distribution class that will start tomorrow morning at Upperman High School. And we are so very proud that those students, once they finish high school this year, will have a brand new facility to be able to continue their post-secondary education in. Also, we could not have done that, and the three of us would not take any credit if it had not been for our employer support. And we have Academy Sports and FICOSA who have been beside of us all along the way, saying this is what we need in our area. They've recruited students, they've been there, they've been willing to do it. It is about putting those employers at the table and making sure they have a voice in what we're doing, and we're proud of those two employers. And then last, for our diesel, we have a very dear partner and a family member now, the Fitzgerald family, and I think Rebecca's here, but we could not have launched our diesel program if it had not been for the support of the Fitzgerald family. They have been there, they come to the table in the very beginning and said they wanted the program and they'd do whatever they had to do to make it possible. So I want to close by saying this, it's not about one of us, it's about all of us, and all of us working together. All of the educational partners from K-12 through the TCAT, Community College, Tennessee Tech, our chamber, and our employers. It's all of us making things happen and making a difference. If you'll turn around, it's making a difference in all of these students back here's lives and their families' lives and our communities. We are honored that you joined us today, and thank you so very much.